Businesses have been fighting to keep jobs from going overseas for years. But in one Midwestern city, the government of Beijing has become its biggest private employer, and it's still hiring. The mayor of Saginaw, Michigan, Greg Branch, joins us now live. Mr. Mayor, thanks for coming on the show. You know, this story really grabbed our attention here, and it's that Pacific Century Motors, a Chinese firm, has purchased this GM unit. It's 104 years old, and it sounds like it's really embedded into the fabric of your community. This is being billed as a landmark deal. Do you view it like that?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a landmark deal because if someone hadn't stepped up to buy it, there's a very real possibility the company would have simply dissolved. Mm-hmm. And that not only would have been bad for Saginaw as a community, it would have been bad for the automotive industry just because of how important Nexteer is as an innovator in technology.
Nexteer, the company there that was purchased, the industrial operation that creates these car parts.
Yes.
I want to ask you there, though, because what was the experience like of having it be known that this small town is now, you know, so many jobs, so much of the economy is supported by essentially the city of Beijing? I mean, did you feel a real protectionist sentiment? Was this well received by the community? What was it like?
There's mixed feelings, obviously. There are people who do have a protectionist sentiment. I think overwhelmingly the business community and most of the local government officials are very excited about it, partly because you know, it's protecting jobs. It's jobs that would otherwise be going away, but partly because we know what it represents for Nexteer. You know, the fastest growing automotive market in the world is China. There are 80 different companies making cars in China, and this kicks open a door to tremendous growth for a company that's based in Saginaw.
Dennis Berman wrote about this story first, and he quoted a lot of union workers and local members of the community who personally felt like it was wrong to sell out a company that is so important to the identity of Michigan, of your town, to China. I mean, how do you quiet those concerns about transfer of technology and the like?
Well, I think the first thing, because I've seen the comments too that they're going to take Delphi's 2,000 or Delphi next year's 2,000 patents, put them in a briefcase, take them to China, and that'll be the end of it. But the real value in Nexteer isn't the 2,000 patents that they already have. It's the 2,000 patents that they haven't done yet that are still in the heads of their engineers. It's very much a technology and talent company, and that technology and talent is what really creates the value both for Saginaw and for PCM. So I think that knowing that those engineers that are going to come up with that next generation of ideas won't fit in that briefcase to go to Beijing is kind of an anchor for us that says, this is a relationship that's probably going to last for quite a while. But and the other side of it is that it's a changing world, and we're not just an American economy anymore. And we have to, difficult as it is to accept, that's kind of the game that we have to play now.
Have you had much interaction with city officials from Beijing or with the executives from the company?
I haven't yet, no. That opportunity is down the road. I know they've been to Saginaw a couple times, but they haven't really met with any of the local government officials yet.
All right. Well, Mr. Mayor, your story really grabbed our attention. It's an interesting narrative talking about some of these global economic changes coming to a small town like yours. Thank you so much for sharing your story.